right.
Okay, OD.
OD comes out, so Faceless with a pretty nasty team fight here. And a lot of burst damage. IO pick as well. Same time though, MVP, they do have great split push. They have some tanky cores. They have more of a lineup that can reliably run at you, and they have a better mixed damage, I think, than last game. It's not all in on magic damage. They have a good amount of physical, some pure. The main worry is if Nuts has a good start. IO could be rendered close to irrelevant, and suddenly Timbersaw and Bristle are looking very mortal with the pure damage, the OD, the Nyx, Mana Burn, and of course that Ice Blast. So, how do you think these lanes are going to shake out, Ryu? You mentioned dual lanes for MVP. Are you still expecting that?
Yeah, I expect them to do dual lanes, Invoker, ES, mid, try and help out the Invoker against the OD, and then Wisp, Bristle, off lane, Timber, safe lane. And then Faceless, I think, will go aggro once again, depending on, or if they want to, or if they're expecting the Wisp, Bristle off lane, they might just try and shut that down. I think the bigger thing for them is to shut down this Bristle, so he doesn't become, so he doesn't get that fast Vanguard, and so he doesn't get all these stacks at the Ancients for MVP, because I know they want to do this. They'll normally stack a ton with the Wisp, he'll go back, and then they'll have like a super fast Vanguard and or mechanism on the Bristleback.
Well, Ryu, I'm not sure if you're reading the players' minds here, if you're just that good, but Faceless, that's exactly what they have in mind. They're going to use the Chilling Touch, and they just smoke directly towards those neutrals. They have the Rubik Boots already picked up. Vela's going to be in a lot of trouble here. Into a Nyx stun. Man, that damage. There's no way he's getting out, even though he had the high ground positioning there. Faceless decisively grabbing the first blood. They'll drop down the Obs board now. They will have vision of these Ancients. Dubu does have a Sentry set, so he might be able to deward, but they're not going to let these Ancient stacks go uncontested.
All these pings. Ding, ding, ding. But that's a good kill for them. Who did they give it to? That's the OD. That's 300 bank plus 100 here. Oh my goodness. Invoker is going to be crying.
Good luck to mid lane where normally the Invoker shouldn't really be getting help. This IO is going to be needed in the top lane. So they've scouted these lanes out, and it's pretty much what you would expect, and they are going to run the defensive tri-lane. So Faceless, not going to make life easy for that IO Bristle with these three heroes. So much magic damage from the Chilling Touch that, you know, it's hard to imagine the Bristleback is even going to be enough for them to deal with this tri-lane early on.
Yeah, they made the right call. They knew this was going to happen, so they just kept their tri-lane top. This is really good for Faceless. And now it's going to be on the Earth Spirit to kind of salvage this early game and put a lot of pressure on these lanes and try to get kills. They do have the Sunstrike to help out if they do the tri-lane top. Oh, he uses Astro already. See if he can get anything done mid.
Oh, there's the early roll from Dubu, but Jabs jukes away. You're right, they have the Sunstrike. The only issue is they don't really have a setup. I mean, unless you want to call the viscous nasal goo as a setup, but that's really stretching it. So, unless Dubu's there, it's easiest to find.
He doesn't even have a orb of oof here. I mean, he's just rolling in, not doing anything really.
I'm trying to help secure that mid lane with Jabs getting early boots, but an Observer Ward planted down here to deny those top lane pulls. Ryzen looking for creeps. Creep set. They ain't there, buddy. Find them. Simultaneously, also see Ice hoping for his side pull.
Oh, they got in the mid lane, cold snap, but not going to be enough.
With those boots, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. In fact, Japs wants to go back in here. That was a pretty close call. Kyo will salve up. And Jabs only with the tangos. He did also have a Fairy Fire available if things got really dicey. Now Dubu. I guess this is the main benefit. If you hang out mid, Ryu, you can then easily go and stack the Ancients, as well as check the runes. So even if they don't find a kill, it's partially about giving that Bristleback his mid-game income.
Yeah, that's how they want to play it. That's the right call for them. Just try and get much space. Ooh, XY.
Good roll on the XY. He does have the boots advantage, and with no Oof, I think he does make it out here. But if they had boots or an Oof on Dubu, that's probably a kill.
Man, playing 5-position ES from the get-go, that's like suicide. It's like when I play Pudge or something, 5-position, and you just can't get anything. I just want to cry.
Oh, Japs doesn't have a ward here though. He has no idea where the Earth Spirit is. And the pings come out, this is from VP, they want to start doing some stacking of their own. So Ancient Stack's already forming, now the pole's gonna be the top, and he's gonna tether. Oh, he does get the side pole, very nicely done. That ranged unit there to draw the creep aggro in, but we'll get some extra experience here. Hey, you want to ward block the normal pole camp? That's okay. We've got an IO and some creativity up our sleeves, MVP.
I'm gonna have to take this to the bank now. It's pretty good.
That looks like it's not the easiest side pull to execute.
No.
It looks like you probably need the troll warlords to actually get that one.
I don't think anything else. No, you definitely need the trolls.
But hey, good maneuver by him, and of course you can stack if you don't get them to try and find a set. So overall, looking at the lanes, right, it is a lot better than last time. We do see Ice winning this bottom lane for now, and Febby, though he tries to zone him out up against the double Mango Nyx. Good luck with that. He's always got HP regen to work with 13.5 with the Tango. But aside from that lane, the other lanes are going a lot better. And as I say that, I have jinxed them because they've lifted Velo top, and touch, man, my goodness. Even if I was there, he's not getting out.
Yeah, they did this 2 minutes ago, but Velo, all he did was TP to the tier 1 tower and he was able to get secured. But this time, it's just way too much burst damage. And they finally bring him down. He's struggling. 0-2 now.
Good roll in the mid lane and the smash back. Hey, Japs, how you doing, buddy? VP finding the quick kill there. Hero not able to get the last hit, which he probably would have liked, but they'll definitely take that kill. And hit Earth Spirit, he's got the Oob, he's got a juicy teleport scroll decorating his inventory, and soon, you know, if he's lucky and he plays his cards right, he might even get a pair of boots. Yeah, he's still really poor even after that kill, but it did go to Ryzen, of course, so not getting the gold he probably would like.
Yeah, this Wisp is gonna have a nice setup this game to do a lot. Like he can have a fast.
This Astral, they're gonna go on him again. It looks like. People just chilling. No, they're not even gonna wait for the Astral. Again, trying to get in position for the Boulder Smash back into the Cold Snap. He goes for the Banish, but I think Japs is in danger here. Sunstrike comes down. It's not gonna hit. Good juke. Instead, QO gets turned on. Surprise say FL. They bring in both supports, and then they have left Black now alone. That he's got the Ring of Health, the Magic Stick, and the Ring of Basilia, so he should be fine, even 1v2, and currently he is 1v1. Gotta love that rotation by Faceless. Good anticipation there.
It's one of those rotations that you don't expect all the time too, because it's AA, a Rubik, what? But because they block their own pool, and they don't really have that many pools to work with, like they might have one, and so all they have to do is just rotate to the mid lane, help out. They know a lot of pressure's coming in from the ES, and so nice rotations. Here we go. XY is going to be placing a deep ward. Nice vision here. It's going to help to see some ganks. Dubu going to be stacking.
He's only level 2. That tri-lane with blocking their own pull, well, it does help against the Bristle IO. It also slows these supports down in turn. They're struggling a bit for that experience, and I guess the good news is Nuts is already level 4.5.
And all the EXP is going to go the way of MVP, because once they clear all these stacks, that's going to go to the Wisps too, because he's going to be there healing up the Bristle constantly. So they're going to, like you said, Zerubik's going to have a tough game if this continues.
And they've had some good early movements, and it has helped to keep the cores close. Overall, the game is fairly even as far as gold and experience. A very slight lead for Faceless, which, you know, basically it's the first blood is the main difference here. But you take that away, and you would just about dead even. So Ice starting to be harassed a little more by Febby, but he kind of shrugs it off at that 6-4, and that's just so absurd. HE regen per second. I mean, to match him, of course, you've got Febby with the reactive armor stacks, but one of the few lanes where Timber doesn't just totally take over. They're dead even on CS.
XY is like coming down here, say, hey, go gank Ice, but let me get some EXP, but
it's like,
if you do it like
very
that,
reluctantly, he'll leave the lane.
Yeah, he's gonna die, maybe. I mean, Febby's just immortal here, 20 stacks, he said, jeez.
So where are they gonna go? Vendetta? Do they move on towards mid? Want to point out there is already a sentry in the neighborhood bottom. Or, sorry, mid. As Febby moves in bottom, but that's why there, with a timely lift mid-chain, that would have been a kill. Instead, now Febby needs to get out. Ice moving into position. They are able to go here with the Ice Vortex. They can start this one off with the Carapace, potentially. He uses a nuke. See, no, not going to do anything. So, Febby making it back for the time being. No Ice Blast. Still not a very easy kill, and Vendetta's about to wear off. This is the wave. This is the wave. They want to go right now. Vendetta, Impale, follow-up comes through. Cold feet, as well as a lift, a zap, and they get the kill. That is the experience they needed. XY now all the way up to level 4, and Apparition clipping 5. So, Port's right back in the game.
See, Timbersaul's not that broken if he just walks away from the lane and there's no reactive armor. I mean, he expected them to come gank him, but then all of a sudden he was like, okay, well, Nyx had to have gone somewhere else eventually, but nope. He waited patiently there for Ice, and it paid off. No reactive armor, easy kill.
At the same time, the good news for Team MVP is they did clear, I think it was a double or triple stack, and there's now a fresh one to work with. So they're getting good farm here in Velo. They have not gone for the Ancients just yet, as Bristle will be rushing the mech, not going for the early Vanguard. This does, of course, I guess, sync up with QO playing more of a true carry invoker, not that MP style with the mech Quas Flex invoker, but he is going Quas Exorder with the Midas.
Mid.
Roll in, trying to move on to jabs, goes for the self-banish. Reinforcements are coming in though. Rubik's here, Sunstrike, gonna hit, he is pasted, and the OD moves away, and now from the side, Ice having a fish. Rising gonna back out too. So, nobody dies, but pretty much everyone and their mother joins that mid lane. For Black, he just keeps on farming.
Black's just like playing super aggressive. I was like wondering when is Black going to get active, because Weaver is one of those heroes you want to be in every single team fight. That's what Weaver does, but he's like, well, I can't really go anywhere. They got the kill bottom lane and they didn't even need him to be there. They went in the mid lane, and him TPing there, he might have been too late to the team fight. So there hasn't been an opportunity for him to really do anything in this game just yet. And it's 9 minutes in this game. This top tower hasn't been pressured at all. Almost going on 10 minutes. So finally going to be going a little bit pressure, but there's already rotation up from Dubu. So Weaver hasn't really worked out this game. We'll have to see how he can get in these team fights though.
Yeah, he is farming well, and if he gets like a decently timed Deathlo, he could be a real problem for the IO. But that said, mech already done. The Ancient stack cleared out. No Dire Vision, no contest, no experience leeching, so VP gonna be very happy with that. And
they have 6 on Wisp.
Yeah,
this
they do have to relocate.
time.
We got some of that, I think, as he's now had 5. Might have been the top lane XP. No Dire Vision of this move. They try or not, and they're gonna do it. Rolling Boulder comes in. There's the relocate right on top. Sunstrike through. The last hit goes to Miss Dubu, but Ice. Oh, he whips the Impale. Now they're gonna chase him. Velo sees opportunity, moving in. There's the Nyx Carapace, but they have come prepared for this. With the dust, Febby arriving, suddenly 5 stops, with the Invoker Sunstrike being that pseudo-fit and destroying the lane. But the turnaround comes in as Faceless, bringing extra heroes. Febby almost dead, Hammer gets dropped, he's gonna fall, and now Black into the fight. He charges forward, they move on to Velo. Can they get in front? The Banish is there, the Quills get stolen. XY gonna give that Armadillo a chase for his own medicine. He runs back the other way, that won't happen, sorry. Missing. Meanwhile, the mid tower, ooh, Glyph. There's the cold feed, Forge Spirit. No, but no, the Stand MVP does get the tower at least. So QO happy about that, but for a second the AO was going to get the deny.
Really good attempt there, and that was a nice rotation coming in from Faceless. I can't believe all the cores had TPs ready. I thought maybe somebody else had rotated to the mid lane, but
I mean, so much for their supports having issues. Suddenly XY and Nuts are both level 6.
They're ready to go.
They're ahead of that Earth Spirit.
And this is when it starts getting very tricky for the Wisp, as you talked about. During the drafting stage, if you get hit by this AA blast, Wisp is pretty useless. Bristle is still very tanky, and it's going to require a lot for him to be brought down, but you saw what happens if Odie is just wailing on him, as well as the Swarm on top of the Timbersaw, on top of the Bristle. He can get taken down pretty fast.
Well, Black moving in, and right into a Dubu sentry. Hisakuchi's down. In a way, they did have an observer ward, I believe, scouting Center Spirit, so he knew that Dubu was up to no good. Dead nuts. Thanks to the power of a haster, and is going to get in deep into this Radiant Woods. He drops down an Obs, which potentially set up some future ganks for that Nyx Assassin AA combo. P though, starting to fall here.
Oh, they got the double kick and Sunstrike.
And them relocate as well. XY going to get the 4 heroes, or sorry, the 3 heroes stun. Ice Blast coming through. That should be the death Dubu. With the Swarm also, EDM won't be able to deny. Ryzen dropping low, not going to fall though, and he will end up relocating back to the top lane. So it's a 1-for-1 Arubic for our Spirit. Almost a 2-for-1 though. Heavy chasing, but Black able to make it away. So close calls here for a lot of these supports.
Yeah, Horizon, please turn off your overcharge, man. You're scaring me there. Overcharge plus AA blast on you. Whew, he's living life on the edge.
Yeah, he's an adrenaline junkie apparently. I don't know if IOs really have adrenaline. They don't have veins for it to course through, but see Black duking it out with Febby in the woods. Chain back. And use Pursuit. Meanwhile, the Ice Blast though nails Velo top lane. They didn't have to relocate out because Ryzen already used it to go in mid. Ice. Oh, Kiwo very close to getting caught there by the Cold Feet Stun. Barely makes it away. Febby also backing out. They almost lost the Invoker there as well. Bit overeager, not respecting the Ice Blast this game, but we can already see just how potent a tool that is going to be.
It's one of those games where you ban out the Riki, you ban out the Bounty Hunter, so those are like the 2 core heroes, as well as like a Nyx Assassin, but they already picked it up for themselves to really punish an Ancient Apparition, because AA, what he wants to do is he wants to constantly farm, like by himself, get his Midas, and just blast around the map. But MVP, they don't have any heroes to punish that. All they really have is the relocate, but they don't have like a relocate with a stun, so it's just like, okay, well, you relocate on me, I'm gonna blast you every time. And QO, they pinging out like they want to go on him. Ooh, all they really needed, yeah.
Ice Blast and tail, and see ya! Back to the well with you, sir. Another good pick off, and I don't think you're going to be able to see these cores just farming solo without sentries for much longer, Ryu. It's an easy connection for Faceless. No real escape plan aside from a relocate out for anyone.
They're doing a really nice job punishing the split push. Oh, mid lane though. As I say that, now they're getting punished.
Trying to move in. XY though, he does have to steal the Whirling Death, but it's not really enough damage. MVP, knowing that the Ice Blast is on cooldown, make their bold maneuver in mid, it will be successful. Now Jabs, bottom lane, he'll force staff himself away as MVP relocate back, trying to scare him off. So what's next for MVP?
Oh, mid lane,
Well, that's
what's
Blake
next.
has revealed now. Ice Blast coming through, combined with the Monobird. Can they kill a Febby though? He's pretty damn tanky. He gets Carapace on mid chain. That's the power of the Nyx versus the Timber. They'll bring him down again. Febby 0-3 on the Timber Saw. They block picked this first, but you can see that Faceless, not only do they know how to run the Timber, they know how to counter it.
And Ice just on his A game. I'm surprised he went max by Carapace this game. This is a really good game to have more in your mana burn, but obviously he wants to get it down. Oh, roll in here. No,
Then deep, he gets off the 2 hero magnetized, but he's going against a lot of firepower. Faceless chuckle and then take him down. So that's 2 down in the mid lane. Velo and Rise and galloping that direction. Gonna bottle up an Invis in here. Nice, already hot to trot straight down towards bottom. Blast is ready. This could be another free kill. Ryzen. Oh, the positioning here. It's brutal for Ryzen. Stun. Ice Blast. Quick connection. Carapace form and likely going down. Yep, she certainly is. Halo will get out with Black. Lincoln suddenly complete a 17-minute Lincoln's with Aquila. You know, generally I'm not the biggest fan of Lincoln's Rush just on any hero. It often seems underwhelming, but when you get it this fast, good luck killing this guy. He'll have to combo everything perfectly. He's got the time lapse. It's a good combo by them too.
They needed to instantly cast Sunstrike when the kick went. That would have been a kill, but unfortunately they didn't time it properly. And then now Ice on the move once again. They have so many sentries. Okay, they know he's here. Can they set up though?
Duo, the pain's coming out. He's dancing around a little bit. I think he made Ice nervous. Tiny on the periphery. those sentries not going to end up going in, but you can see MVP, even when they don't die to these ganks, it's so much lost map control, and Faceless just calmly farming elsewhere.
Top, but they
could be the combo breaker. Never mind that. Jab's just calmly TPing out. That leaves QO on his own bottom. He's got to be careful. Forge Spirits for a bit of a scout. Ice Blast coming in hot. Oh, it's right to where they relocated. There's the combo. A beautiful Carapace. Ice, though. He does get cold snap by QO, who's crouching behind the tower. It ends up being a 1-for-1. It's a Nyx for an IO. Well, they bring down that IO. They are lacking the burst damage to deal with the Bristlebag now that he's got a Vanguard. Unless that OD's there, I don't think they're getting those kills.
Yeah, and that was kind of a suicide mission for Ice. You know he's smelling blood this game. He just wanted to kill, but he's going to have to rethink it now. Giving your life for an IO is not worth it, but at the same time, he is creating space, though, for his team. OD is just free farming around the map, and to say OD is free farming against a Wisp around the map by himself, that's pretty impressive considering he hasn't been punished at all. He's got 1 death this game and done a really nice job of just splitting the map. So we'll have to see what he gets next. In this game, he might need to get a fast BKB to really combat against this, but he hasn't bought his Hurricane Pike yet, so it makes me wonder what is he going to go for.
Curious to see. For now, up to 2,300 gold there on the OD. Meanwhile, VPR attempting a Roshan, but they're quick to respond to this. And Ice Blast is about to be up. MVP, this feels extremely risky from them. Swarm is online. In 3 seconds, they're going to go for it. Bashes on the Velo. Very timely for Faceless, and Black gets into the backline. He scurries past Dubu. Waiting in reserve is Ryzen, and they have gotten vision of Ryzen because of the Swarm. Io really can't afford to get caught. They commit onto this Roshan. Ice just moved in. They're going to blow the Ice Blast as well. Relocate out is available. I don't think it's going to matter, though. He's very low. Ryzen up on the high ground trying to heal him with the overcharge, but Velo getting nuked to smithereens. He will end up going 8 just smashed by Ice. Roshan kills does go the way of MVP, but was it worth it? 2 already down. It's going to be 3 likely coming soon as they also finish off the Bristleback. They now turn on to QO. Invoker in the pit. Invoker in danger. They have an escape plan. He has the TP, but he's just all in on that kill. Again, the Carapace doing its dirty work. They make it 4 heroes in the end as Io comes back, goes down once more. MVP slaughtered in the pit. That was incredibly high risk, especially because they knew Faceless saw them for at least 30 seconds there.
Yeah, they're like, okay, well, we're all gonna back out. We're just gonna sneak this with the Bristleback, and all of a sudden, wait, what? They just come in the pick. Ice. As you said, the AA blast there. That was a big misplay coming in from Ryzen. He misplayed twice during that team fight. He could have relocated, as you talked about, the Bristle when he had AA blast on him, but he decided not to. He's like, okay, I can heal, but wait, he's blasted, so I can't heal. And then when he finally did relocate, he could have saved the Invoker, but he just relocated himself. And so that's just too many misplays. And that gives Faceless a lot of time to work with here now, because MVP, they really wanted to have that for sieging these tier 2s.
Let's give some time for farm as well, as Black has now completed the Desolator. Still going with the bootsless Weaver. Hey, I mean, it's working out pretty nicely so far. Why not? He's still able to come to fights whenever needed.
Is this value Mango worth it over Boots at this point?
I mean, I imagine at some point he'll get bots.
Yeah.
Is it value anymore? I'm not sure. With the Lincolns and the Achille and the Magic Wand, I don't really think he needs it for mana, but...
He's waiting. He wants to show the world this Mango is worth it at 21 minutes. He's gonna show us.
Just get ready to hype it up. Right. Counting on you.
I got it. Okay,
don't let me down.
Alright.
Alright, push comes top, MVP, they'll take down the tier 2. They are threatening high ground. I don't know if they really want to commit to this. The only siege they have is Bristle. Well, actually they do have the Invoker Portrait. They're gonna go, but Face is already ready with the Fade Bolt. Remember, they do have Ice Blast available, and he's coming from distance. He's gonna do it with an Arcane Rune, potentially. So it'll be a low cooldown Ice Blast. This upcoming little skirmish.
Oh,
they already catch up heavy there. Ice going in, the relocate committed. Ice Blast still connects on 2, including Ryzen, preventing him from healing himself up. Now the stolen Timber Chain from a level 11 Rubik will slaughter the Earth Spirit, will also cause the Timber to fall, and now the relocate back, make it 3. It's going to be 4, with Velo being entirely out of mana, can't even try to TP away. Radiant squad massacred again. MVP trying to go high ground into this lineup, blind, without a pick or anything. I mean, are they just feeling desperate or what? Because I just don't see how that's expected to work out for them.
It's a really good play to make them all rotate back. But to, like you said, to continue on, to get picked off when they're having... Why is Timbersaw hitting a tier 3 tower? What? I'm just baffled. And Wisp keeps on leaving on the overcharge every single time he relocates somebody out, and he's hit by AA Blast. So he's just AA Blasted and he's overcharged. He's taking like double the damage. And as we said, these AA Blasts just have been on point. But yeah, why are they sieging in there? They just... There's just no point.
It's like the easiest place for Faceless to have a good team fight is Ice. He's at it again. He's down Febby. There comes the rotation though. Maybe Dubu gets into the round. Kaboom! From QO. Finds the kill, but can he get a Black? It doesn't look like a Black. Now has a free fight. Moving in with Deso. Makes it a double kill and then quickly backs away. Already time lapsed out. That's why in reserve, Velo's going to chase forward, but he's got to be careful about chasing too far. That Ice Blast been 20. That's really the issue, man. Is this Ice Blast is just always ready. He's now got the level 2 ultimate.
Oh my goodness.
Moving on to the Invoker. They can't deal with Black. By the way, there is a Weaver in this game. A triple kill. Going for the quad. He's going to turn back for Bristol. Ryzen's basically out of the fight. If he sticks around, he's going to die. XY, though, does go down. It's an ultra kill for Black. Velo, no way he can catch him. Can at least scare him off, but that's going to be it. Barring a buyback here. Maybe the Earth Spear can get in position. Try to cut him off with the pass. Dubu, will he have the range for a big kick? Doesn't quite look like it, and the Ice Blast is ready. Oh, TP out from Nuts, and Dubu gets him. Good roll. Nice catch. So gets the counter kill, and he lobs out a hateful Ice Blast just to spite them. But still, already a Desolator complete on that Weaver. So you're now looking at a counter to any potential Ghost Scepter, as well as even more damage and chase.
I'm sad he got rid of his mango. Please, Black. Why?
Value
Why'd you
indeed.
do this to me? Why?
After all
Yeah,
that.
he's got the diffusal now.
It was a noble
man.
mango. It did its time.
Diffusal is really nice this game. You just chase down any of these supports. It's a good synergy with the Desolator. It's also really good against this Bristleback. I wanted to mention earlier, like, normally what you see from, like, when Complexity runs lineups like this with Wisp and Bristle, they'll do Greaves Rush kind of ish on the Bristle because he has a lot of mana problems. And in this game, when you're against a Nyx Assassin and now a Diffusal Blade, he might wish he would have like the Greaves or something along the line instead of like these Power Treads and the Mech, because the Mech it's 225 mana. It takes a hefty toll, so he's relying everything on Ryzen, giving him those mana boots, giving him the bottle charges this game. But as we see, most of the time Ryzen's dead or hit by an AA Blast, so it's not reliable.
MVP back to farming those Ancients, Ryu, but it's not looking great for them so far. Is there a comeback mechanic here for them? Do you see them having the late game? Then they split push? I mean, so far it doesn't seem like it, but how do they salvage this?
They need 3 BKBs on their course. That's how they salvage this game. That doesn't necessarily give them more firepower in team fights, because Faceless, they have it all. Like, they have the lockdown, they have the pickoffs around the map, and then it's just... Whereas MVP, they need, like I said, they need these BKBs because Nyx is doing so much work in these team fights, and they need to be able to run away from this Weaver now, who has a Diffusal. So it's not going to be easy. Febby has 4 Bloodstone charges right now. And you can see he's rushing a BKB because he has to. Like, there's no other option for him. The Nyx is just crushing him this game.
I mean, that's what happens when you first pick a Ghost, right? Like, there's so much time to counterpick him. His QO! Oh, he barely got off the Ghost Walk there. He's almost dead at the Sakuki. Ice Blast coming in. Oh, he will make it out. Good tether by Ryzen. Now Febby also on the run, though, as MVP. Get herded out of the, well, forcibly removed, I should say. They've been evicted from this jungle, at least for now. Black chasing in, but it isn't for the entire enemy team. Right past the sentry. He's going to back away. We'll retreat to safety, just farming that top lane for now.
Hey, 2 defusal charges down. MVP have to be happy. No, but he's got 3K gold already again. What's going on? How is he so farmed?
12-0-9, 184 CS. They have 27
He hasn't
kills.
died yet this series, by the way.
Right,
He was
well,
8-0.
I mean, it's a Weaver in a game where there's 0 reliable stuns. They have Cold Snap and Boulder Smash, and then maybe you get the silence on the pullback, but it's not great. Like, there's definitely not much control for him. And now he's also, I mean, with the Lincoln Sphere, it just makes it even harder.
I'm really surprised that OD only has 1 death this game. Like, considering the lineup from MVP. It's impressive. And it was very early on, too. Like, his death was at 3 minutes in. And he's managed to not die once. It's just showing you how lacking MVP are of stuns this game. Bottom lane, they're hunting. QO, my man, we're in trouble.
Oh, you really want to split push with this Invoker, but unfortunately... Oh, Jesus, the damage from that Armor. You can't split push on your own as Quasix or Invoker when Ice 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 is always up your butt. They're gonna go in here. Jab's just manning up into 2. He's gonna banish Bristle and try to deal with the IO. It isolates Velo quite a bit. There is a relocate out available, and they're gonna have to channel it up. Alright. Now they're out of there. Not quite right. I don't know if that would have killed the IO, but if it did, then that's probably 2 dead for that hammer, so...
He's getting soloed by Black. Oh, he missed Timber Chain.
Oh, he's out of mana. He can Bloodstone Suicide at least. Try to limit the damage, and he'll call it quits, but another death as they go for the follow-up banish here. The Subu. See you later, our Spirit. MVP systematically getting picked apart. They'll now have to double TP out all the way back to base, and GG! 2-0 now for Faceless as they just seem to have MVP's number. And I think what really concerns me, Ryu, is this game MVP, it felt like their draft was designed to take away what Faceless had beaten them with, and then Faceless had the answers for that. So, I mean, once you start trying to block